City, food, drink, girls. Let me see. What the Eagles? Oh, hey y'all. Hey, what's up? Double tap the screen. Let me know you're here. Sorry about that. I had to get myself together. This is not the background I wanted, but let's go ahead and go for it. What's up? It's your girl Summer, and we're here for a ride along. I had to take a little trippy trip, so I said, let me call my folks and let me call the roomies and say, hey, what's up? And let's talk about a few things. I can't see no comments, but I see that there are people here. Oh, what up, dramas and doobies? What's poppin'? So I wanted to talk about something, but not really nothing. Okay, I wanted to address this post actually. So I guess it's okay that is up there for the green screen. You can't see like the total picture, but this post is in reference to Brianna. Okay, it's been a lot of stuff going on with Brianna and social media wise, but I wanted to address one thing. I had put up a post and I highlighted that she went viral. Um, Not the shade room. Who was it? Oh, dang. I forget what page. Hip hop something. Anyway, a large platform shared Brianna's post. They shared her post about her turning her 2021 BMW in. And I had put within my description, it says something like, go ahead, Brianna, get the bag, get the big Bree, get the bag, or something like that, or whatnot. And a lot of people I think don't realize how social media work at all. And I think it was even somebody on the post that does social media. Regardless of regardless if she went viral for something good, something bad, something indifferent, going viral is key. It builds your platform, it grows your following, which equates to, you hope, more views, which means more money, which means more money. So that's why I said Big Three about to get a big bag. Because usually when you hit large platforms like that, it means your following is going to increase and people want to go see what the whole story is about. So they're going to go watch that video that she dropped. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go watch it. They want to know what they want to know about it. So they're going to seek it out as a people, or whatnot. So I don't think people understood that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, I mentioned is, I don't get why people keep trying to align me with people. Kind of like if I post something positive about somebody and they friend or something, like I know them personally. If I post something bad about somebody, I hate the individual. I don't like the individual. I don't know, like what people talking about. All publicity is good publicity when we talk about numbers. Now, right? In a sense, I have that when it comes to social media, publicity is always good, right? Because it brings attention to you and it, like, certain things can kill your page, which it can. But we've seen so many people continue to grow on social media, have platforms. I don't know exactly that would um qualify for at this time. Peripheral, it just determines peripheral if your crowd of people. I think if the crowd of people that dislike you start to attack your pages, like, mean it's visibility or its status, mean like it's reporting you. Facebook is like the worst place to have a bunch of people come for you because there's no protection over there. But for me, all publicity is good publicity because it's going to put you out there. If you end up on a big stream like the Shade Room or something like that, it's going to do nothing but push you out there. Whether people stay, that's another that's another, conversation. In my personal opinion, in my personal opinion, um, the situation itself might not be good, but it's going to grow your numbers. I guarantee you. What one person thinks is disgusting and should not be highlighted, 10 more people want to think otherwise. They're going to find it funny. They're going to find it a kiki. You're going to grow, and that's definitely one of the reasons why I don't cover certain people, um, to a certain extent, because we are just naturally nosy people. Like people are going to go look for the content. It's just who we are as a people. And I forgot what else I wanted to mention. I lost my train of thought so freaking fast. Why am I the only one commenting? I don't know. I don't know. Because there's probably people lurking that think I'm going to speak on certain things. Oh, that's what else I wanted to talk about. I was going to make a video, but I'm going to talk about it here today. So I put up a post about Ivan and the baby. Ivan had his baby. A bunch of people wished him well, gave him congratulations, right? So I had put up a post and I kind of gave like a 360 of like everything that has been going on, kind of brought you full circle about how he got to where he is and wished him a congratulations, and this, that, and the third. I misspelled Ivy's name. It was Ivy, Ivy, but the way that he spelled it, I misspelled it. I didn't even pay no attention, right? I'm writing out the thing, and when I think Ivy, I think Ivy. Even though it was in the screenshot that I used for my thumbnail picture, right? So it wasn't until Mimi Ooglies or something like that, Mimi Ugly, whatever her last name is, she commented on my post. And she commented on a post and said something about the spelling of her name. And also, I think I could be wrong. It could have been another person that commented about a hashtag I used. It was like messy but beautiful, right? So I'm like, y'all are miserable individuals. Like y'all just wanted to look for something to complain about. Typos are a part of life. Like it happens. Y'all act like I named the baby a gremlin or something like that, something derogatory or something. It was Ivy, but it was misspelled. Simple mistake. Soon as somebody pointed it out, I don't even know if it was her that pointed out the Mimi said something. She said something. I'll have to go back and look at the post. And I didn't even respond to her because I'm like, you simply like, because I knew she was being negative. I'm like, I think she was the one that commented on the messy but beautiful. She said something and I didn't respond to her because I'm like, y'all just looking for something to nitpick off of. So I knew because I know how social media works, right? Instead of y'all focusing on the positive in the post, because it wasn't nothing negative about the positive, instead of y'all focusing on a positive on a post about him finding happiness, about him having a baby girl and be excited about it, about him, I think I said something about him, coming into fatherhood or being a possible being a good father or something like that. And I'm all over the place because I can't remember who said what, but I know somebody mentioned the spelling of her name, which was a typo. I said it was a typo. I fixed it. And somebody mentioned something about the hashtag messy but beautiful. And I'm just like, y'all are that miserable that y'all gonna pick apart a typo and a hashtag? Like, is that what we're doing? And then I know I heard Ivan did a live. I didn't see it, but I heard Ivan did a live. I didn't hear the live for myself, but I heard that he brought up the post. And I actually am not surprised because I seen a post that he put up where he talked about somebody misspelling the baby's name and something about um if you can't spell her name right, something to the another, just say congratulations. You ain't have to do all that. Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna say congratulations in a way that I want to say congratulations. And then I also heard, and this is all third party, so I didn't hear it for myself, so it's alleged. So I'm bringing information to the internet that I didn't verify myself. What's up, Ayana? He said in the live, from what I heard, was he spoke about it being weird, I guess, that I put the post up congratulating him because I don't like him. And I'm like, who told you that I don't like you? Where did that come from? I don't care for some of the things that you said out of your mouth that I find that was disrespectful and unnecessary. But also I think at the time I give a lot of grace or passes to certain individuals on social media, especially when it comes to Mookie and when it came to Ivan, because 9 times out of 10, when Mookie would say something to me, or she would be upset about her mom, like me vlogging about the mom and my viewpoint. Not that I was disrespectful about it, but she just didn't like my viewpoint, and that's her mom. So whatever, y'all can have that all day long. You know what I'm saying? But I don't dislike Ivan. I don't know you to dislike you. I would have to know you to dislike you. All I know you, only thing I know about you is you're a social media figure. Like, you were married to May, you got divorced. It was a messy divorce. You now with Chanel, you had a baby. But I don't know you per se, like him personally. So like, I don't know who told him that I dislike him. And then like the messy Betsy's like they are. I heard it was a couple of individuals. I ain't gonna say no names because like I said, I haven't watched it for myself. But I was told that there's a couple of people that I'm familiar with that was in his comments, like stirring the pot. And I'm just like, why would negativity, which is not even negativity, right? It's not even negativity. Why would something like a hashtag or a misspelling of a name be something that y'all wanted to focus on when this man just had a baby? Like, this is a point in his life where he should be celebrating, he should be happy. But because certain individuals dwell in mess, they dwell in drama, they just can't let him soak in that happiness. They have to stir the pot. Something has to go wrong. Something has to be a messy dynamic to this. It has to be drama. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Why not continue to fill him or pour into him about him joining the fatherhood gang? Why not pour into him and highlight him, joining fatherhood gang and talk about all those good things. Focus on his happiness and what he got going on. Why bring something as silly as a misspelling of a name and a hashtag to a live stream? Like, to me, that's weird. But that also tells me, like, you need to pay attention to the people who are engaging with you, because they're not really there for you. They're not really there to lift you up and big you up. They there for the mess. In any way, shape, or form they could bring it to you so they could get it up out of you, that's what they're going to do. Those people don't really fool with you for real, for real. Because that would not have been something I would have brung to someone who I rock with. Like, let's say for instance, Toya, right? She gave birth to Papa, right? Papa is so big now. It's so crazy how time flies. It's so crazy how freaking time flies. She just gave birth to Papa. It's a beautiful time for her. But I seen somebody over here in the left field talking about my girl Toya, dragging her. You know what I'm saying? Or something that can be perceived as messy. I'm not finna go take that to Toya. Why? Because it ain't the time or the place. I'm not finna dim her happiness. I'm not finna dim her light. I'm not finna bring anything into her space to rain on her parade. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I know a lot of people don't think that way. Some people feel like they got to take you everything. No, you don't have to take people everything. Just because somebody said it, don't mean you got to carry that bone. No, it's not necessary for them to know. It's not everything is not necessary for them to know, especially if a person not going to do nothing with it. And when I say do something with it, I don't mean hit the live button and curse somebody out. I mean, like, is a situation where they can go get some paperwork drawn up so they can have a future court case or something like that. Other than that, like, there's a time and place for everything. And I just don't, I think it's very weird that that was the topic. Like, that was even a discussion in the midst of him having a baby. To me, that's weird. That's weird. I missed it. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Uh, you talked about me this morning, sweets? You talked about me this morning, sweets? Can't win with these people. I had nothing nice to say, so I just didn't say it. Shoot, you didn't have to say in the first place and didn't. You were nicer than I would. Oh, not nicer than drama. That's because you have no filter and don't give a F. That's why we love you. Yeah, no, that's to me, that was a beautiful thing. Like, he done had his baby. I even lights used to light up at the mention of a baby. You know what I'm saying? You could see like he wanted to be a father. And for him to actually see that come to fruition, something that he wanted come to that's something to celebrate. Like, I don't, regardless of what has happened in the past, what is on the internet, I'm not a person that connects every single thing together, because I don't take a lot of stuff on this here internet personal. Like, I don't know none of these people. It's just me reporting the news. It's very few things, and I could count on less than one hand, like how many things I've actually taken serious, like taken to heart. But people that I just blog about, I don't got no real connection with. I haven't connected with you on a real level. It don't really affect me in that type of way. Like, that's why I'm able to still give high fives. That's why I'm still able to give people they flowers. That's why I'm still able to acknowledge, like, when someone goes through something difficult and have a heart concerning it. When somebody goes through a loss or a win, I could congratulate them and cheer them on. Because I don't take any of these things um personal. I'm not really packing none of that stuff into me, because I don't know y'all to really feel some type of way. Now, there's a couple of, you know what I'm saying, I can't say because my daughter in the car and stuff like that. It's a couple of, you know what I'm saying, bumblebees on the internet that I don't care for. But I don't hate anyone. Like, I don't for real, like, hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? If I seen y'all on the streets and y'all was on fire, I would do something to put you out. It ain't none of that for me on the internet. You know what I'm saying? You see, she knocked out. Y'all can see her. She knocked out. She looking tired because she is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure why he believes that I dislike him. I don't dislike him on a personal level. It's things on the internet that everybody has done that people don't like. Uh, But it's not that many people on the internet that I could say, like, "Ooh, I hate." Hate is a very strong word, or like things like that. But I don't dislike Ivan. I mean, he messy. He has some messy stuff going on, just like a lot of people. It ain't that many people that I could, like, say out of my mouth for real, like, I really don't like them. I can name one right now. Like, I really don't like them. Like, they're just ugh. They're just ugh. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that many people. It's really not. And most of those people I won't put on my page. If you don't see me covering that person, it's probably because I think they're disgusting, grotesque, and it's not a page I want to help boost, regardless if it's one follower or 100 followers. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. But um, people trying to turn my post into something messy, that ain't what it is. My post was genuine. It was congratulating that man, happy for him because he's happy, and I'm gonna celebrate people wins. That was a win for him. So congratulations, keep pushing, and I hope that fatherhood is everything that you dreamed of plus more. But I just think that's strange that people chose to kind of, like, feed into something that, how did y'all even paint that into something negative? Like, and yes, it's messy. The story I covered was messy yet beautiful. Messy because of how everything unfolded, beautiful because of what came out at the end of it. Like, or not the end, but where we are now, meaning his daughter. That's the beautiful part. The messy part was how he got there. I know some people are a little bit slow and they can't, like, use context clues. They can't, like, put the puzzles and stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's if for the people in the back that didn't get the hashtag why it was messy and beautiful. I hope that clears it up for y'all and brings y'all some understanding. I never knew so many people didn't have, like, brain power, like, discernment. I didn't know so many people on the internet, like, lack those things. Is insane to me. You see, I seen that post, like, and it's crazy because I normally never see his stuff, but for whatever reason, his stuff has been popping up on my timeline, and I never see his stuff because I wasn't watching his stuff. Like, it was very, very, very seldom. Like, I went over to his page, um, partly because he didn't have a lot going on, like, to cover, and for two, I'm like, he was going through, he was having a baby, he was happy, and I pick and choose, like, what I cover. I didn't want to cover him and possibly bring, like, a crowd of negativity, because sometimes it's just about what blogger covers what that will bring you that, because you might feed a crowd of people that dislike an individual. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was like, it ain't a lot to bring to the internet about him. He over there doing his own thing. He working hard. He working hard. I mean, clocking in and clocking out. Him and Chanel seem to be going strong, for what I understand or what I hear, and they having a baby. Um, the baby shower thing made it to the internet because of the back and forth that people full of drama that want to see hate, that pretend like they cheering him on, brought to his live because they just wanted to see the mess. You know what I'm saying? So that was a thing. Um, And I probably would have highlighted that anyway, but it would have just been highlighting the good, like the outpour of love that they receive for their kid. But it always got to be a troll. They never could just let a beautiful moment be a beautiful moment. They gotta stir the pot. They gotta stir the pot. Hey, drama. They gotta, hey, Cinderella dressed in yellow. Not gonna lie, I was a hater at one point. Sorry again. Dramas and doings is cool. We all entitled. I'm pretty sure I'll say something you don't like either in the future. And I don't know. I ain't gonna go there. Whatever your reasons was your reasons. I remember the one story I covered, and I could understand why you felt a type of way about it, even though it was, we learned about it because you brought it to the internet, right? But we're not gonna get into that. But I have understanding, just like I haven't talked about it yet. I'm going to cover this story, but right now I'm getting copyrighted. I mean, from left to right. Every morning I put up that reel. I don't know if y'all seen it, but like, I'm not lying. I wake up every day and I have a new copyright, and being copywritten about stuff like just a new copyright. Just they trying to take my pages out of here. Hey Sandra, they want my page gone, and I don't think me being like a smart aleck making a joke out of it is making it any better at all. But they want my pages going. They want my YouTube going. They want my Facebook going. And I think at this point, I don't understand why my page is still viable. I don't. I don't. I'm fighting back for sure, and I don't know if that has something to do with it, with with me fighting back. Um, But when I tell y'all, they have reported me, like it be videos in clusters under one copyright, but on one page right now, I got 17 copyright strikes on one page. 17 copyright strikes on one page. One page, 17 copyright strikes on one page. All because all because they brought something to the internet, whether it was them on their own hitting the post button, or them signing some documentation allowing another person to post it. They brought something to the internet, and I covered it, and they ain't like that. They ain't like that because the way I covered it, it really ain't no denying. At this point, I'm not gonna get into it because I'm gonna say that for another day. I gotta wait. It ain't really no denying, what it is at this point. But we'll see. That'll be a lie for another day. But they want your girl out of here. They want your girl out of here. They want it. They woo. And I don't even think is. I think that the individuals gave the go ahead for the person to do what they're doing. But I don't even think it's them putting their hands on it. I think it's another individual that's doing the footwork for them, because I could just see the way she was just foaming at the mouth that day. Why it would be her issuing these strikes. And me talking on this live, probably gonna get back to them. And I'm probably gonna wake up with I might get a strike before the end of the day, because I ain't really removed none of the content. If you want to strike it, baby, strike it. And I'm gonna just have to deal with the consequences. I was wrong to respond the way I did, though. I shouldn't have brought your into it. Now it makes me mad when people do it to you. I'm hot. It's cool drama. It is cool. It's cool. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people say things. A lot of us do things that we later on like, dang, I went too far. Even myself. You know what I'm saying? It's one person I think on here, even though I was keying, I said something to them, and I said something about something, and I felt horrible after I came back on here, and I was like, I was wrong for that. I apologize for it because I shouldn't have said it. Even though they deserved it, it wasn't right for me to go like where I went for my own standards. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll play, I'll joke, I'll respond, but I never want to go lower than what my own standards are. You know what I'm saying, for it. And I'm like, even with the situation with being attacked, with the things that people have called me, with the things that people have called me, I still have not disrespected them in that manner. I have not disrespected them in that manner. I haven't called the person out their name, nothing. But we're gonna get into it for sure. We gonna get into it for sure. Oh, people be the thing is this, as content creators, even myself, I'm not exempt from it because I showed myself on here and people know who I am. I'm not exempt for a story being covered about me that if they could find some public information on, especially if it's on my own page. Like, If somebody comes across something and do a story on it and it was public, I brought that on myself. But I understand that would be becoming a content creator and showing myself. If somebody come across some information that's related to me and they report on it, how I'm mad. I might not like it because dang, you know what I'm saying? But I know what come along with this territory, like what come along with this job. I can't be mad. I can't be mad at it. Just like when I made a mistake and I stepped into the light and my head was uncovered, I was uncovered because I was in my night clothes and I was looking a nappy head mess. Baby, they use that photo left and right, left and right. I ain't going here trying to strike pages. I report people. I ain't did none of that. I laughed about it and ate it because why? That was my slip up that was publicized. So I gotta eat that. It is what it is. They put my smush Muslim bun, and played around on the internet with it. How bad? Post it, baby. I was posting it myself. We gonna get it on the fun. Like it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't publicize what you don't want the people to know. And you need to be mindful of who you associated with and the things that they go through because you're a target too. So if you have stuff in your past, in your closet, you have these things that could fall out that could be publicized. You might as well you can the worst thing you can do is let the public control your narrative. Don't give the public the satisfaction. Tell your own story. If it's something to be told, something that people could use against you, the best thing you can do is tell the story yourself. And if you getting at a bag on here, meaning you monetize, vlog it. Vlog that journey. Vlog that story. Vlog that information and put it out because if somebody else can get to it, it's going to come out, especially if you have a crowd of people that dislike you. If you had a crowd of people that have band together that dislike you, the worst thing you could do is leave stuff on the table. I did drown, but I did. But I promise you, I'm not. I'm natural. I don't perm my hair. I definitely have some rough stuff, but I ain't bald headed. It just was shrinkage is real. My hair ain't down my back and nothing like that, but I ain't bald headed. If I came and I combed my hair out, it would puff out. It would drop like just above my shoulders. I'm not a bald head scallywag, like at all. It was a smush bun, and it was what it was. Smush bun, smush bun. you know, I did feel I was like I was disappointed in myself about that slip up. And at first I was like, damn, like, and they gonna share it. I know they gonna share it. It's crazy that it was Mama Kim though that had it. Um, that older lady that like you would think older women like have better discernment, not her. But anyway, um, it stung a little bit only because I've been Muslim. How long I've been Muslim? I've been Muslim like I think close to 15 years. I think, and nobody has ever seen me uncovered. No one has ever seen me uncovered except for those who were allowed to see me uncovered. So that was that was like the damn, you know what I'm saying? That was the picture out there forever. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the game. I had to slip up on the internet, so it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. But that was the only thing. Like nobody has seen me uncovered that wasn't supposed to see me uncovered in 15 years. Like I've never been uncovered publicly, like in all of my Muslim years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Other than that, it's fair game, baby. If it's public, it's fair game. If you're a public figure, it's fair game, baby. I'm happy I don't got like no I'm happy I don't have like no public records or nothing like that. I ain't never been arrested. I ain't never been to jail. I ain't never been so much as handcuffed. You might find some tickets. You might find a lot of tickets on me. And I think I had like my license suspended when not too long ago, like after I first got my license, it got suspended. I had a red light ticket and I didn't know because it came in the mail and I never like opened mail. And by the time I knew my license was suspended, baby, I had been driving with a suspended license. The license had been restored and the points that fell off and everything. By the time I knew that my license was suspended, the suspension was over. You know what I'm saying? But when you come out here and you get into the thick of things, like you got to roll with the punches and always control your narrative. Always control your own narrative. Don't let somebody else control it. Come out here and tell your own story. Because if it's to be found and you got a hate mob, they're going to find it. They're going to find it. Hey, Mouse Played. Hey, it's me. I'm messy. People only want you to repost their right. People repost their content. Right. People own. So when like you covering something, the crazy thing. If I'm covering something and it's positive, they see it as a good thing, or it's in favor of them. Like I'm highlighting and I'm putting stuff together like side by side to point out situations like this ain't what that was. This is what happened. Like this was really what happened. This is really what went down. When I'm doing stuff like that, people high five me, they praise me. But the minute the role reverse, the minute that shoe on the other foot, and it's your turn because everybody get a turn. When that role reverse and it's your turn, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. It's me. I did it. Whole time you hit that live button, whole time you signed your name on that Johnny Cochran to make it public. Like you signed that signature, your Johnny Cochran on that paperwork for that to be publicized. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the bad guy because you made it public and you a public figure and you in mess. You in a bunch of mess, a bunch of stuff on social media. You a public figure with a lot of attention, and I'm the bad guy because I covered something that you made public. That's crazy work. Like that's crazy. Now I'm not gonna go find. Now I'm not the type of blogger that's gonna go dig up. I'm not gonna go post your criminal record and stuff like that unless it's relevant to something you publicize. Like if you come on here talking about you in court and you going to court for this and you show us this, I may or may not show some documentation that you provided. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not really gonna go look for it. But if you make it easy for me, yeah. But I'm not gonna go dig up your past. I'm not going to look from videos from 1968. If you have a spouse or something that you have not shown on the internet, I'm not the blogger that's going to go find that spouse or that child a photo of them, something you forgot about, and post it. I'm not that blogger. Now you have people that will go look for a picture and post them. Like Chanel. I don't think I didn't use her picture, I think, for a while. Like for the couple of things that I have covered because she wasn't showing herself on the camera. So I'm like, she don't want to be seen, apparently. So I'm not gonna put her photo out there. I didn't use her photo until they put a picture of her on the internet. Like when I even posted that picture and show her full body and stuff like that when they was getting ready to have a baby. But I'm a blogger that typically respects certain boundaries. Now you can't bind my hands. I roll with the punches and respect certain things. But if I want to cover a story, I'm gonna respect. I'm sometimes depending on who you is, I ain't gonna hold you on how you come at me. I respect certain boundaries. You know what I'm saying? If you come at me with respect, because I don't come at people with disrespect, but like it's insane to me for people to put stuff out on the internet and then be mad when people talk about the stuff you put out on the internet. That's legit the purpose of you putting it out on the internet so people can talk about it. You put it on the internet so we can talk about it. That's why it's a like, a comment, and a share button. So people could talk about it, whether it's on your post or on another platform. So it could draw attention to you and hopefully bring those people to your page. Like it just don't make no sense to me. It really don't. Like you don't want to be talked about, but you decided to be a public figure. You don't want to be discussed, but you decided to be a public figure. You don't want people covering stories on you, but you decided to be a public figure. You don't want people using your content, but you decided to become a public figure. It just don't make no sense. And I'm sorry I can't read your comments because y'all know safety first. I don't publicize certain stuff about myself because I don't want people talking about it. If I come to the internet and I put it out there, I understand that it's going to be talked about. It's going to be taped. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be reused. I understand that. And while I do understand, even though we have the freedom to talk about you and use certain portions of your content, I understand there's a boundary even when it comes to that. I'm not going to go take someone's whole life. I'm not going to go take a whole bunch of someone's content. I don't take content that was worked on. Like if you posting videos to your page and you working on those videos, like Laquanda, for instance. Laquanda, people know who Laquanda is. Laquanda, um, she gets and stuff. She does comedy. Laquanda is Trail. Trail dresses up as Laquanda and does comedy. I'm not going to go take his skits off of his page that he worked on and use it on my page. I will hit the share for something like that. I normally only take content from live streams. That's normally all. I normally only take content from live streams. I normally won't go and take something from something that somebody put effort into. A live stream is just hitting a live and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you somebody like 2K, another blogger, because we put effort into what we're going to cover. Even if people saying it's other people content, we got to get the content together, line it up, set it up. Like we gotta prepare for it and put preparation. So I normally don't take other bloggers' content unless the blogger becomes the content. Example, Amora. She's no longer just a blogger reporting the news. She's a part of the content now with all the stuff that's going on. Like stuff like that, or like 2K, he became a part of the content recently with the beef that he has going on with Trail. But those are not normally pages I'm going to go take stuff from because, first of all, they know what I'm doing. And I'm not reporting on a blogger, I report on the content because I like to get it straight from the horse's mouth. But those are my boundaries and kind of and things like that. But and I'm like, I'm never disrespectful. Like when I blog, I try my hardest not to be disrespectful. Go over it's so many times I'll cover a story, and even though I know I'm joking, um, or just being fictitious or playful, that I go over some stuff over and over and over because I'm like, I can see they're gonna take that the wrong way. They gonna take that. So it's some stuff that I go over. It take me a long time to get through because so many people be so sensitive about things, whatnot. But I never try to be disrespectful. My aim is never to put a target on people back. My aim is never to drag someone, bash someone, or make a fool of someone. I'm just covering what y'all put on the internet, like legit. I also don't encourage bullying or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't get a lot of stuff. I don't, but I get it, but I don't get it. Meaning, like I understand we're human at the end of the day, and people want entitled to their feelings. They're gonna feel a type of way. People want to interpret things the way they want to interpret, and that's just what it is. That's just simply like a part of the game. That's just a part of the game. I'm the bad guy a lot of times, and a lot of times people all of a sudden, like in the one situation, I'm gonna talk about it, but I don't understand how come like when people see me as a good person because I'm covering someone who they like and they see me like, oh, I'm cheering up, like I'm posting something to like back up what they're trying to accomplish, I'm cool. But the minute I post something that makes that person look like a bad person or some or pisses the person that they like off, I'm the evil person. And all of a sudden, my religion is the focal point. You know what I'm saying? Like I was Muslim when I was posting all that other stuff too against the people that y'all didn't like, and it was cool then when it was the people that was in the hot seat. It was cool then. My religion wasn't a topic. But the minute your peoples is put in a hot seat, now my religion is a problem, and what kind of Muslim am I? And you a fake Muslim, and I can't believe this. You was cool with it when I was highlighting them other folks in that way. You was cool with it then. It was high five key. But when them tables turn, ooh, they be coming for me cutthroat. And I don't feel no type of way about none of that at this point because that's just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I put out what I want. People be like, well, why you ain't put this out? Why you ain't put that out? Girl, I don't see everything. I'm not a stalker. I don't be stalking these people pages. I miss a lot of stuff. A lot of times I miss it intentionally because I might see it and still don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to catch every nook and cranny of everything. I might be one of the worst bloggers on the internet, for real, when it come to kitchen tea, because baby, I be eating my cereal. I be trying to eat my cereal and scroll and just watch the internet for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. hmm But I'm gonna get off this here phone because I need to look at my directions. Because at this point, this is when I need help to get to where I'm going. Y'all be safe. Stay dry if it's raining where you are. Do something positive today. Compliment somebody. If you see somebody and they look good, say something. You might change that person's day. Um, And so, yeah, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for vibing with me. Appreciate those who tuned in. And we'll be back another time. I y'all. Bye.